Evie Ladin coming in from California, bringing us into the room with some music already under our wings. We are really glad to be here today on day 2,100 and I think 90 consecutive days here in the Daily Antidote of Song. Thank you for joining us on this day. Tomorrow we will be celebrating our last day of our 6th year of singing together, and on the next day we will start the first day of our 7th year of singing the very next day. Yeah, kind of crazy that we got here. Yeah, okay, let's all take a deep breath on that. Thank you. I always love my audible breathtaking artist friends. It's really lovely. They're so good at making those like exhale. You're used to doing it in the warm-ups. I want to hear everybody inhale and exhale. Nice. Yeah, we should maybe get you to teach us some breathing. All right, so I want to say hello to everybody out there on the live stream. So hello, folks on YouTube, and all of you folks on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us today. We're glad you're here. Coming in, we know, from many, many different countries and states all around the U.S. And here also today, I can see that we have a whole bunch of different states in the US, and I also see that we have Canada, and I also see that we have the UK in the room with us. So it's a regular old Daily Antidote Global Day of Singing. Glad you've joined us. I'm super, super excited to have back in the room with us again Evie Ladin. She comes in from California, even though I may not have said that correctly every day this week, talking about the flyer. And she is a singer, songwriter, banjo player, percussive dancer, dance caller, kind of like all-purpose amazing folk musician. And you had something in your bio that said something like, you just thought that making music together was what people did. And I really love that, because I feel like we're in a time right now where we're realizing it should be just what we do, second nature, and, in community all the time. So can everybody please welcome Evie?
Hi, everybody.
So Evie, I know you got a song for us, and we were talking about the fact that you brought this to us 4 years ago. I'm ecstatic to be singing this one again. Can you go ahead and tell us the title and maybe sing the chorus or sing the verse
I
too?
will, but I just want to show that. So Joe's been saying that I'm from Indiana all week, which is I left Indiana in 1999. My sister lives there, but just to prove that I'm in California, this came off of our tree. So it's like the size of my head. So you
Okay,
definitely don't find that in Indiana.
that's hysterical. Thank you for sharing.
So we're going to sing a song called You Can't Do Wrong and Get By. Unfortunately, it's even more applicable than it was 4 years ago when I brought this song to the Daily Antidote. I heard it from the Delmore Brothers, but in looking it up, it was a hymn and a religious song, and I had kind of adapted it to our current situation, and even just for today, added another verse at the end. So there's no chorus, but it's just a repeat of the verse with different unacceptable behaviors, I guess I would say, for want of keeping this a PG experience. So it goes, oh, you can't do wrong and get by, no matter how hard you may try. You do what you please and walk around with ease. You can't do wrong and get by. You get the idea? Let's sing that. Oh, you can't do wrong and get by, no matter how hard you may try. You just do what you please and walk around with ease. You can't do wrong and get by. Everybody get the idea? Sing it loud. Well, no hypocrite can do wrong and get by, no matter how hard you may try. Got confusion in your home, won't leave other folks alone. You can't do wrong and get by. Well, no liar can do wrong and get by, no matter how hard he may try. One day you too will die, and that ain't no lie. You can't do wrong and get by. boss man can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard he may try, when he takes all that we save, he's gonna have to pay. You can't do wrong and get by. Now here's the verse I added. No president can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard he may try, we're fighting for the cause of following our laws. You can't do wrong and get by. First verse, you can't do wrong and get by. No matter how hard you may try, you just do what you please and walk around with ease. You can't do wrong and get by. No, you can't do wrong and get by. No, you can't do wrong and get by. Oh, you can't do wrong and get by.
Thank
We hope.
you so much, Evie Ladin. Boy, do
Yeah.
we need to be saying those words a lot right now, as it seems like the systems of things that we've all agreed upon are wrong, seems to be melting down in many different ways. And so it makes it harder to sort of stake your stability in what and how we understand the world works. Doesn't shift what we think, I don't think anyway, is wrong or right behavior. It just shifts how we understand our universe when we keep getting fed, a different system of morals or values. And so, yeah, tell us a little bit more about. I think the first verse in the song, which I'm not sure if you said or not, was "Billionaires," which I thought was also really super targeted.
I haven't thrown billionaires in there. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do that one because that's another great one.
Oh, I don't have the billionaires.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I think we did, but maybe we took the
Oh,
lyrics from the wrong place.
oh,
Um,
I don't know.
How about can you tell us how and why you are singing those words and how you're feeling?
I mean, this song is obvious, you know. I will say though, when you talk about systems changing, you know, I recognize that history is cyclical, and I have been very fortunate to not live in a time of fascism. But things are cyclical, and so I have to believe that we will come through this again, and it will get worse as it has been getting worse before it gets better. But I hope for my child's sake and my grandchildren's sake that, you know, we do come out of this better than we were before, because this craziness needs to be stopped. It's very scary. So this came up, you know, during pandemic, when we needed to be singing it, and we need to be singing it again even louder and stronger, and this time with more cowbell. Cowbell was what I took to the No Kings March, because my cowbell's louder than my voice, and marching with a brass band. Um, so there you go.
That's
So
awesome.
I heard it from the Delmore Brothers. Looking it up, it's an old hymn. There's a lot of religion in it, but a lot of people have sung this song. Just I first heard the Delmore Brothers doing it, and then I updated the lyrics as I tend to do with old songs, just to keep them relevant to myself. And so it's a living tradition, and all of these are living traditions. Yes.
Beautiful. Thanks, Evie. Really, really great to have those words back in our head again. And yeah, I remember that we sang it 4 years ago, but I don't remember the conversation we had then. So when we're done today, I'm going to go back and watch that one. It's one of the glorious things about our archive is it's all out there. Everybody in this room, you can go watch Evie singing the same song 4 years ago. And then we can all have like a secret critique of like which day she did it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So,
Go for
yeah.
it.
No, I'm
I
I'm
actually think
thinking
I've gotten better as I get older. So
there
here's to
you go.
that.
Okay, let's all give up to that. That's what all of us oldsters in here are hoping, that's for sure.
Yep.
So thanks, Evie. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days, besides marching with a cowbell?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all the things I know how to do, just like usual, calling square dances and doing concerts and writing songs. I have a concert today with my band at the San Francisco Public Library. They have a great program called Bay Beats that celebrates local artists. So They have a program today with American Roots. And so we'll be at San Francisco Public Library today. And I see there's some folks here from the Bay Area. We will be at Strings next Wednesday, which is Oakland's best underground hippie venue. And haven't been there in quite a while because they said they were closing. And then I guess there was an outcry. So they're not closing. And so fun to do some local shows before heading out to Georgia and North Carolina later this month, doing some shows and a square dance. And then we'll be at the John C. Campbell Folk School doing a week of rhythm training. But then I've been working with Cal Performances as a teaching artist through the winter, and I did it last year, and it seems to be a great winter gig that keeps me home for those months while I'm producing my dance company, yet another thing that I'm doing. But this year was in support of the Silk Road Ensemble, and so me and my partner worked with sixth graders in Berkeley and Oakland to try to get them into that feeling of collective pulse, of doing something all together with body music and song and understanding about cross-cultural collaboration. And they all went to Zellerbach Hall, the big theater on Cal campus, and saw the Silk Road Ensemble. So that was really special. And then once this is all done, I head into grown-up music camp season. And I hope everybody goes to grown-up music camp because I've got them all over the country and in Canada, sometimes teaching banjo, sometimes dance, sometimes song, sometimes all of the above, everything I know how to do. And I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to do all those things as I've figured out that my main focus of activism, and as it's been for all of my career, is getting people to participate in music and dance, collective music and dance experiences, and especially teaching the next generation. And to that effect, I will say that our monthly East Bay Square Dance has been completely packed with high school and college students jumping around, not on their phones, having a great time to live old time string band music. So that is such a joy.
That is amazing. Yep. Amazing, amazing. So I don't know exactly what you said, but something about like cross and pulse. And so like the idea that if we can get our minds and our bodies and the music and the harmony and the resonance and everything all kind of integrated across cultures, that it's a way that we can be resonating with each other right now, and reminding ourselves that we are unified around the globe in many ways. And of course, today is the Saturday of Easter weekend. So I want to wish everybody out there who's celebrating or who honors Easter a happy all of that. And also do want to definitely note that, you know, we are reading the news every day and it's grim all over. And there are a lot of people today who are hurting in major, major ways. And we're thinking about them. And in fact, it feels kind of like an anti-cross pulse to be thinking about celebrating our big anniversary weekend at a time when there is so much news that just feels so tragic. And so like Evie, I'm hoping that what we're going to do is come in here and do what we know how to do to make sort of a bigger noise out there in the world of unifying folks and bringing us together and
I would also
singing.
say happy Passover to those who celebrate. I'm on my third day of matzah brai. It's my favorite breakfast of the year.
Thank you. And I'm so sorry that I just forgot to mention that. My brain was telling me there was something that I hadn't mentioned. I was so distracted because I'm trying to figure out how are you going to get from Indiana to a performance in California by this afternoon, just out of curiosity. I'm just kidding. All right.
Well, it's all of the spring holidays. I mean, these are all basically, the rites of spring, Beltane. I'm out in my garden every morning checking on the little plants. I actually planted right around the solstice. I mean, the equinox, the spring equinox, which is getting plants in the ground out here in California, and they're looking good so far. Out there every night, getting rid of the slugs. Out there every morning, just tending to them. So
Beautiful. Love it. What can you
yeah.
tell us about, can you hold that like your prop up, your California prop up once more in case anybody missed that? And I'm going to spotlight you.
Oh, these are like this one is almost 2 pounds, and they come crashing down. You just have to be careful about not being under the tree.
That's
So
amazing.
I guess we live in what someone called the banana belt of Oakland. So we have very sunny weather. We have one of the northernmost avocado trees, but our neighborhood was planted by Italians in the 1912 in that area. It's settled by Italians in this neighborhood in Oakland, and so they planted a lot of Mediterranean food trees. So these trees are like 100 years old. It's amazing.
All right, that's awesome and incredible. And for those of us who have never lived in California, those avocados are available like how many months around the year?
Oh, actually, avocados are like the elephant of fruit. So this one would have flowered March of 2024. And then they usually take a full year to get big enough when they're matte colored, all the oils are on the inside. But then they basically the squirrels and raccoons knock them down, and then we cut off the gnaw marks and eat them. But they don't ripen until they're off the tree. And so if we don't pick them, they'll stay up there. So right now, there are these giant ones from, we had a weird cold summer last year. So they didn't fall in July. It started falling in December, just last December. And so just a little avocado education. These are MacArthur's. And so we have up there the 1.5 to 2 pounders from 2024. We have the ones from 2025 that will be getting ready later this summer. And then right now it's flowering and hopefully will be pollinated towards future avocados. And when we have a lot of them, we put them out and give them on the neighborly gifting site on Facebook and send them out to the neighbors. And happy to help everybody with some healthy fats.
Okay, that's amazing. I can't even imagine such a statement as when we have enough avocados. That's like, wait, what? So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Thank you, Evie. That's really great. And I was thinking as you were talking, like, if we were going to not be singing and dancing together to build community, what would we be doing? We'd be eating together, right? And sharing our local foods and our culture's foods. So welcome to the daily antidote of song and avocado lesson for the day. And Evie, do you want to say anything else before we sing with you again?
Oh, I'm just so happy you all keep this going. It's just amazing, and it's the best thing that we can be doing day after day after day. I'm very impressed.
Thank you so much. Lots of love to you. And I think everybody in the room is ready to sing one more time.
All right, sing it loud and proud. Because they will be held accountable. They will be held accountable. We don't know when, we don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to turn around. Oh, you can't do wrong and get by. No matter how hard you may try, you do what you please, you walk around with ease. You can't do wrong and get by. No hypocrite can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard you may try, you got confusion in your home, won't leave others alone. You can't do wrong and get by. No liar can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard you may try, one day you too will die, and that ain't no lie. You can't do wrong and get by. No boss man can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard he may try, when he takes all that we save, he's gonna have to pay. You can't do wrong and get by. And no president can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard he may try, we're fighting for our cause of following the laws. You can't do wrong and get by. One more for the people in the back. No president can do wrong and get by. No matter how hard he may try, we're fighting for our cause of following the law. I can't do wrong and get by. No, you can't do wrong and get by. Let it be so. You can't do wrong and get by. Lock them up now. You can't do wrong and get by. Give us back our tax dollars. Wrong and get by. Well, you can't do wrong and get by.
Thank you, Evie. That was absolutely magical. Thanks for letting us be loud and vocal and really putting out the energy out there of the world that we want to see. So much appreciation to you. So I want to thank everybody again for being here. Let's all give another big thank you to Evie Ladin. Thank you again, Evie. So great to have you and to chat with you and to hang out. I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow we have our big last day of year 6. I have to always remember how to say this. And we're going to be singing with Peggy Seeger and a whole bunch of other friends. And oftentimes we're, UK, Canada, and US. But tomorrow we're going to be adding in Sweden and Zambia. And so I hope you guys will join us for some real global singing tomorrow. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. And everybody, if you'll help me all wave goodbye to the folks out there on the live stream. Thanks everybody out there for joining us today. We're really glad you were here on day 2190 in the Daily Antidote song. And we hope you'll join us tomorrow for the very last day of our